Salute. Welcome to Big Time USA Media. Today, I just want to go over an article I just read on Archie Eversole, who was murdered on, I think he was shot on March 20th or something like that, in his house, sleeping in his bed. He gets shot in his face. He lived to April 3rd, and he died. He succumbed to his injuries, and so foul. But Archie Eversole is the be ready, that sports song that's being used. He made the one-hit wonder, We Ready. Dope song. But it's so foul. You know, the times we living in is so foul, man. The times we living in is so foul. You know, you're sleeping in your bed and get shot in your face. And come to find out, allegedly, by his brother. Now, I don't know what's going on with the case. It seems a lot of like loose ends on this case. But they seem to think that his brother shot him in his face. They got him in custody. He's in jail. He's waiting to trial for murder of his brother. I believe his brother called the ambulance and everything. Said he was just checking up on him when he saw him shot. But, you know, when you sleeping and you get shot in your face, and then people who live in the house and all that, and then they call the ambulance and all that. Like, what the hell is going on in people's mind? Like, what did he do where he couldn't at least be up for the argument or the confrontation? Or if he had a confrontation prior to going to bed or whatever, why you can't wait for him to wake up and handle it like a man? Like have your words with him. I bet you if you would have waited for him to wake up, that'll give you time to think about it more, and probably doesn't happen, you know what I mean? But this is crazy that we in the times where where brothers Cain and Abel shit, we are still Cain and Abel and shit, you know what I mean? Envy, jealousy, egos, because, you know, I don't know what Archie may have done, what he may have said. Was it right or wrong? I don't know, but he's not here to defend himself. And just going through things like this, I'm the oldest of 4 brothers, so I understand there's difference of raising, different of perception, difference of feelings, difference in morale, depending on your raising, whether you were raised together or not together. Difference in survival. So that can spawn envy and jealousy, you know what I mean? It's sad. I've always been a family dude, you know what I mean? No matter how bad my brothers get me, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's always been my message. Right, wrong, and indifferent. We have to get past our indifferences, you know what I mean? But this is real sad situation. You know, just celebrated my 45th birthday on April 2nd, and the day before was Marvin Gaye's, I believe, birthday and death day or something like that. It's for where his father killed him, shot him. What's going on, Marvin Gaye? His father killed him. When family members get into these anger spells and these envious and ego spells, and it can get deadly quickly. You know, when I was young and I heard the Marvin Gaye story, you know, my mom used to tell me, you know, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. And I used to look at her like, oh, here we go. Because she used to say it to me, every time she was mad, right? or every time I threw an attitude or stomped off. I couldn't really stomp off like the kids today, but I've always been in tune with how I feel, and I've always been vocal. So in being vocal, I've gotten a few ass whoopings. I'm surprised I still got all my teeth and shit. But I'm a believer in, I used to be a believer in don't do as I do, do as I say, because I was raised with those, from that moral and that standard. But as I got older and I started to understand, the people that had us at that moral standard, meaning our parents, our aunts, uncles, and everything, they wasn't being realistic. People are influenced, good and bad, based on the people they look up to, and based on the people that they look up to and the mistakes those people make that you may not know was a mistake, you know, until you do. You know, we're raised naive, we're raised protected, and I believe children and kids should be kids, you know what I mean? So there's a time when they get to level up, and that naive sheet gets stripped off of them, you know what I mean? But I don't think that it should be rawly stripped off of them, and I think that parents need to stop. Protect your children is your best, right? But you gotta stop mythologically telling these myths and these stories. Stop creating these stories and these legends, these false legends. You know what I mean? Because then, as they get older, they carry those legends, they debunk those legends, but they create their own legends. They create their own myths based off of the old myths. Okay, so, you know. But yeah, Archie Eversole, man. Artist that read the song, Ready, gets shot in his face while he's sleeping in his bed. I think that's so foul. You know what I mean? It can happen to anybody. People get upset with you. Friends get upset with you. Family get upset with you. And this could happen, man. I hope, my condolences to his family. They lost 2 sons on one incident. You know, this is more evident, you know, in our culture. We raised to be tough. We raised to not be scared, not to be fearful of the next man, the next individual, to respect each other and all that, right? And then you have those differences, and you have a fight, and the fight grows. People can't take losses. Other people instigate. Oh, you lost. You this. You that. You that. You know what I mean? And you can't get past something. You can't never get past it. A fight was supposed to settle the differences and get past, right? But now it's the day where you fight, and we fight forever. We fight. If I fight you, we fighting forever. You know, it's not getting past. So it's like fight to death. You know what I mean? Even though you're not fighting to death, they're gonna fight. Somebody wins, somebody loses, then somebody else comes back later on, they jump you, then you go from jumping to stabbing to shooting to, nah, I'm not playing that. And that's just between regular individuals. When that predicates itself and plays out in a family, which is becoming more prevalent, more often, happening more and more and more and more and more and more and more. You know, if you can lay your brother down so fast and easy with no remorse, or you can lay your son down, or lay your mom down, or your father down so easy, disrespect your sister, rape and molest your niece or something. You could do all of that so easy. Then getting along with a peer and all that, it's gonna be even easier. Somebody make a mistake, you kill them for the mistake. You know, it was a time where I felt that way, but in my maturity, as I grew up, you know, it's an immature feeling. It's an immature feeling. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. You get into an argument with your wife, be like, I'm gonna kill him, or your husband, and be like, I'm gonna kill her, or kill him. Why would he play me? And we get lost in our own heads, and why? I can't understand why they would play me. Like, and you get lost in your own thoughts, and things start to become real that wasn't so. Perceptions and feelings and stuff. So, you know, we need to care. Right, wrong, and indifferent. Settle those differences the best way you can. If not a debate, if not an argument, if not a fight. You got to do it outside of all of that. How about being accountable to right and wrong? And everybody knows what right and wrong is, depending on your lifestyle. So, if you know you're wrong, then you're wrong. You can't protect your wrongs with more wrong. You can't justify your wrong with more wrong. Oh, he hit me, so I had to punch his son in the face. Like, come on. You know, some people have the ability and lack remorse and lack forgiving, but then they want to be forgiven. They want people to be sympathetic to their flaws or their weaknesses. And at the end of the day, we human, and we imperfect humans. It's a growth process. You know, some people are spiritual, some people aren't. Disrespect it both ways. You know, that's a sad thing. Rest in peace, Archie Eversole. Sleep in peace, sleep in power. And I'm gonna stay tuned to this case, man, and see what comes up in between. If his brother really did it, if there was because there's another name involved in there somewhere, and we'll see what happened. As the story comes out, and as everything come out, I'll dip back into this, and we'll see what's going on. I'm your host, Bang. This is Bang Time USA Media, and this was the Archie Eversole little reaction to that story and to that death of Archie Eversole. Rest in peace. Condolences to your family. Salute. Bang.